You all know tools like Zoxide, FCF, and LazyGit, do you? But there are more tools like that out there somewhere, so I decided to find them and show to you. Today we're getting to 5 tools that I found that are amazing, and I started using them basically daily. So let's get started. First one is GH Dash. GH Dash is an extension for GitHub's official CLI called GH. It allows you to interact with PRs and issues that you either own or involved into. To install GH Dash, you can run GH extension install and the name of the repo. Now let's run GH Dash with GH space dash. And you'll see an interface where you have my pull requests that you created, pull requests that needs your attention, and pull requests where you are involved. Let's go down a little. In this PR, I can scroll down with Control D, scroll up with Control U, and I can add comments with C, or I can add assignees with A. Another section of GH Dash is issues. Switch to it by pressing S, and it's basically the same interface. You have my issues that you created. You have assigned issues that are assigned to you, and involved issues where you're involved in any way. Posting is another cool CLI tool to basically replace Postman for you to test APIs. It can do post and get requests. It can hold collections of requests that you might need in the future. To install posting, run brew install posting, then run it with posting command. This is an interface. The main part is the address bar, next collections, and we can select a request from a collection by pressing enter. Now let's go back, execute the request, and you can see it gives us JSON immediately. Now let's create a new URL for creating a user. We type a name and just hit enter to add it. Now let's go back to the address bar, type a URL we need. In this case, API/user, and we will change the method to post. Now let's save the request, go back to address bar and execute, and we see that the user was created. lazydocker is another tool in Lazy family, and as the name suggests, it allows you to interact with your Docker images, containers, volumes, and networks. Next up, Yazi. Yazi is a file manager for your terminal, and it's one of my favorites. I don't think it needs more introduction than that. Let's just get straight to it. Run it with yazi command. You can create a new folder by typing a new folder name and finishing it with /. You can then open the folder and, for example, create a file. We can edit the file right away in nvim. Save it, and if we exit, we can see the content in the preview immediately. Now let's create another file. Like this. No, really, consider subscribing and liking this video. Now we type some content here too. Now let's do basic operations. For example, we can copy and duplicate all the files we've selected. Now we can select individual files by pressing space, and we can delete them by pressing D. Now let's rename a file. That's easy. Did you subscribe already? Now let's create another folder. And we can select both files, press X to cut, open the folder, and press P to paste. Let's go back and delete our folder. And the last but not least, rainfrog. Despite the funny name, it's a powerful database exploration tool for your terminal. Now we can run rainfrog with some additional arguments. We need to specify driver, host, port, username, password, and the database name. We can connect to the database and we can see all different schemas we have. Let's focus on public schema, and we will explore the invites table. By pressing enter, we can just list everything in this table. We can edit the query. For example, let's find a record with ID 5. Alt-enter will execute the query. Let's try join. Invites guest ID. And nope, this is incorrect because I forgot that it's vice versa. So let's add guest ID here. Invite ID, I'm sorry. And here we will have just an ID. Now run it, and we can see the output. It will contain both tables. Okay, next day me here. Like this video if you found it useful. Consider subscribing if you want to see more stuff like that. Also hit the bell if you don't want to miss any upcoming videos. And yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.